What up, everybody? Late Night Live. I believe this is episode 75. So thanks for being here. We're going to do a little shorter show than normal because I need to get some sleep tonight and head up to Washington where Dathan is. And so hopefully everyone's okay with that. And we got a few things to go over. So should be good. Meatball Saucy, what's going on, man? We are live, bro. And J Rod's in the chat. What's going on? And yeah, I guess Chris saw the zombie movie, so we can chat about that a little bit. But as you can see, Dathan is, I guess, homeless. He's living out of his car, and
So
everyone send him a super chat.
no, don't do that. Don't send a super chat. As Ryan stated, I am currently in Washington. I am at a hotel where there is a little league baseball tournament going on, and there are kids everywhere. And I can't do the show in my room because my buddies are watching a movie. So the next best place was the car. So here I am. I think Joe Cade actually did the show from his car one time. So
you're
following in his footsteps. And the reason why I'm in Washington right now is because to go to a Comic-Con, which is Ryan will be up here tomorrow. So hopefully he gets up here early and we can hang out. So that's
let me
what I'm doing.
I saw this. I got this picture for you, dude. That's awesome. Can you hear me? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Tamara Morrison from Book of Boba Fett, and I guess he was in the original Attack of the Clones too. So
yeah. So what? I actually, my buddy was the one who got a signature and a photo with him, and then I was just standing with him in line. And then they were finishing up, and he called me over and said, "Hey, do you want a picture too?" And I said, "Well, yeah, why not?" So then I just went over.
Did he charge you for it? He didn't.
Nope.
Wow.
No. He just came over. Was like, "You want one too?" I said, "Well,
oh, that's
yeah,
awesome.
Sure. It was free."
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Because I was looking at his prices.
Yeah.
It looked like $100 for a selfie.
No, I did not pay $100 for. So it was with it. So
wow,
with my buddy. So.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, that deserves a clap. He's not pulling the Mark Hamill.
No. And my buddy, he was in line for a little bit, and then I guess he had to go to lunch. And so the handlers who were there, they gave my buddy a ticket that said, "Hey, you were in line or you were here by this time," and they just said to come back. And so that's when I was in another line and just finished up, and then we went back, and then we gave it to the lady, and she's like, "Okay, here you go," and just moved us right to the front of the line, like the very front. And so it was pretty long, and so we only waited maybe about 5 minutes, I want to say, at most.
So do the celebrities have a lot of handlers and their publicists and
Yes. So every table guest has at minimum one person that takes the money, asks, "Hey, do you want to do a picture, a selfie with it, or do you want to do a quote or a combo, or how many autographs you want?" And then they take the money and that sort of thing, and then once you're done, and then they'll put a little sticky note on whatever item you're getting signed if you want it personalized, whatever, and then you walk up to the guest, and then you do your thing.
Did your buddy get anything signed from him?
He did. He is a big Funko Pop person, so he got his Funko Pop signed.
Cool.
Yeah. But it's the shows. I was a little shocked at how many people were here when we pulled up, because we got here about an hour early, and there was lines wrapping around the building to get in, which I had never seen before. And this is my, I think, 6th time coming, 5th or 6th at this convention. But I'm a little concerned about how tomorrow is going to be. Usually Saturdays are usually the busiest days of any convention that you go to, and for Friday being as busy, today as busy as it was, I think tomorrow is going to be it's going to be rough.
Well, we'll give it a shot. Yeah, I don't like dealing with all the crowds either. So
Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, it's you just got to be patient. You know, your patience is going to get tested at places like this. But their guest list is pretty stacked. They've got quite a few people.
oh, here we
So
go. Super chat $10. Uh, happy to donate to the Go Seahawks slash what
Gelatinous House multi-ball.
gelatinous multi-ball to save the Dathan Fund.
that I've never
Hashtag
got.
save Dathan. Thank you, Meatball Saucy.
Thank you, Meatball. I'm good though. I appreciate this and your content you put on. But I'm as of right this minute.
No,
I'm
you
good.
could
I'm
totally
fine. I'm good.
just
I promise.
you're gonna start. You're gonna totally start like a homeless character. Like you're not actually homeless, but we'll pretend like you are homeless, and you'll just live out of your
No, we won't.
car, and like
No,
you go
we
from
won't.
like street to street, and yeah, yeah.
No. This is a one-off for right now until the next convention where I have to do it from a car. So
All right.
Some terms of convention size that you've gone to. Where does the Washington SummerCon land? Is it bigger than Rose City?
In perspective of building size or guest size or what am I comparing to? I mean, am I comparing? I can't compare apples to oranges here
I would
because
say
they're kind
in
of.
terms of perspective, like which one do you perceive as being bigger? Like more guests, more just overall, which one feels like there's more to look at and do?
So I think when it comes to guest lineup this year compared to Rose City last year, because Rose City hasn't happened this year, it's in September. This convention has a lot more guests. A lot. I think that the count was 75
Wow.
total. There was a few that canceled this past week, but I think it was in the 70s was the number. When it comes to vendors, I think there was quite a few less, although I didn't spend a whole lot of time looking. There's 3 or 4 separate buildings for different vendors and stuff like that. And there was one building I didn't even get to today
We gotta go through
because
it all tomorrow.
I was so busy with other stuff. So I'm a big old school wrestling fan. I think I mentioned this about a month ago, and Bret Hart's going to be there. And so we could not find him. They had a few other wrestlers that were kind of over in their own little area. And I figured that's where he would be. We all thought that. And we thought, well, maybe he's not going to be here. So towards the end of the show, my buddy went and asked one of the people like, hey, where's Bret Hart at? And he didn't know, but he said there was like this other corner that we didn't know about where there were some guests that were kind of hiding out. My buddy's like, yeah, it's kind of like the secret door area. So he went in this little corner area and there he was, but he had probably 100 people in line or something like that. I mean, this was around 5 o'clock. And so I was like, we're tapping out for today, guys.
These guys are making bank. Holy moly.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's pretty astounding at how many people are waiting in some of these lines for people that it's like Matthew Lillard didn't show up till late this afternoon, and he had already had about, I don't know, 70, 80 people in his line before he even got in because his flight was late or something like that.
I need to see if I have my little camping stool where I can I know we're just going to be standing in line a lot. Like I just need something to sit on after a while.
Yeah, I stood in a lot of lines today. But some lines I was able to just walk right up and not. So
Let me get to Chris. Chris, how are you, sir?
Good.
Did you have a good week? Did you play any games?
I'm actually one chapter away from finishing Doom Dark Ages.
Nice.
So
Nice.
I decided after chapter 16 I was just going to try and run through the levels as quick as possible because they just started to get too big for me, and I was like, nah, I don't want to do this.
No, honestly, I stopped playing Doom the Dark Ages because Dathan beat it and he told me, yeah, I just started getting bored with it. And I started running through the levels like, man, they're really like I was feeling really good about that game. Like I was loving that game. But like Dathan's like, yeah, it's I don't know, it just got repetitive or I don't know what you said. It's like, oh man, it really killed it
It
for me.
did. It got.
And
Yeah,
I did it. Well, I'm not trying to be the Debbie Downer, but after a while, I mean, it just got like these levels are just they're huge. It's the same
well, it's
thing
like if
over and
we didn't
over
have this
again.
podcast, I feel like I would have beaten it already. But like you totally like just
I
made it like this game is
I
I'm
I
done
still
with it.
think I still think it's going to be one that's worth it. I mean, ultimately, I think because I took the period of time off that I did, I probably could have gone through and played the levels all the way through and been fine. It really is one of those cases where the last, I would say, probably from 17 through 20, the levels are just too big, and it's the same.
Mm-hmm.
You go
Yeah.
to one side of the map, and then you have to run over to the other side of the map, and then you go into the middle, and then back. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna run through it. But that 21st level was great. The chapter
Hmm,
21, it's just
okay.
amazing, and so I'm looking forward to the seeing how it actually plays out at the end. So maybe giving yourself some time off and everything, and then going back to it uh, makes it worthwhile.
Meatball Saucy
But
says he's playing a Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past.
it is
Yeah,
a great game.
yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
That's probably one of my top three on Super Nintendo.
And then I've been playing Moonlighter on the Switch 2 because it had some issues with the original Switch loading and everything. And that's a fun game to play. I've never played it. But yeah, most of it is just been Doom Dark Ages. And then I, of course, went out and bought Mario Kart World and Cyberpunk 2077 for the Switch 2 today. So I'm part of the reason why those prices will remain high for those games. So I'm a hypocritical bastard.
Well, finally, because I finally played Dathan last week or this week. Mario Kart. And we
Yeah,
played it for
it was
maybe
Monday.
20-30 minutes, but if we got you on there, we can do a 3-player game. So
Mm-hmm. Did you get a
No,
camera?
no, I haven't bought
Not
the
yet.
camera
Okay.
yet.
well, you can
No.
hook up any USB webcam to it, as far as I know.
Yeah.
Well, I could probably hook up my webcam I have right now and throw it on there, and
Yeah, but
the
yeah,
quality would be just as good as it is right now.
it looks fine. Dathan's the one in his car.
Yeah, I think it looks fine. Yeah.
Well, see, as the lights go down, Dathan's starting to look like a stalker, and I'm sure Denise Richards is there at that con, so he's probably just hanging out.
No, she did. She did not make it. Thank God Travis isn't here. She did not make an appearance on this convention that I know of. So
Maybe she's in that back corner that nobody's
Yeah,
talking
who
about.
else? Yeah, there's obviously like a green room or like the celebrity just area where they hang out and eat donuts and stuff. That's the area we need to find. Just like, oh, you know what's also funny? Like you go to these things and they I'm sure there isn't like a private bathroom for them. So like inevitably you find a celebrity that needs to take a piss, and you're like you're using the stall and you look next to you like normally like I don't look at the people next to me when I'm at the urinal. Turn your head like, oh, like he was on TV. So yeah, late night stalking live. Okay. Oh, brother. I've been playing a lot of Tears of the Kingdom, so I got back into it, and man, that game's awesome. So finally, I'm trying to get all the dragon tears. I guess I didn't do any of that, and I got the costume with the cape on it, and Link's got a 6-pack. I've never seen that before, but I'm wearing it around. So my son says I'm OP with my Link character, or I'm starting to be. Oh, does she not? I don't want to know. All right. Anything else about SummerCon we should know about for tomorrow, Dathan? Like, is everyone dressed
Um,
up? Like, what do
I
you dress up at this kind of event? Or,
I I cosplay as
yeah.
myself, so that's about about the extent as my cosplay goes. You know, surprisingly, I didn't see a whole lot. There were a few people, but not as much as I usually see. Um, I think this convention was mainly for this specific one was for meeting celebrities and guests. I think that's what it was for.
Yeah.
Not necessarily, cosplay and all that stuff. But
Did you go to any
you know,
panels? Okay.
no time. No time at all. There's a gaming area that I didn't even get to. There's the artist alley that I just walked right by. That I didn't get to, and then one of the vendors that I see at usually all the Transformer convention that I go to, he's usually at. So I didn't get to talk to him yet. So there's a lot of stuff that I still need to do the next 2 days that I'm going to be at this
Okay.
convention.
I'm
So
gonna try to hit up some panels tomorrow because yeah, I don't want to stand, but I'm curious how packed they are. And the food, you said it's like fair food.
yeah, it's basically all that like funnel cakes and French fries and
Ah,
all that fun stuff.
okay. Chris kind of food.
And there's a beer garden. There's a bar inside, so that's
Yeah.
always fun to have.
Do they have a
So
nice selection?
They do actually. It's not too bad. It's pretty good.
you weren't with us at Rose City one year, but Chris and were we with somebody else, Chris? And we had a
We were with Ben.
we were with our friend Ben, and we had a flask or something, and we were drinking hard. Was it vodka or something in the car?
I think it was whiskey.
Was it whiskey?
I
Oh,
think
you know
so.
what it was? Okay, we were walking around the convention, and there was a whiskey vendor, and we bought a
Yeah.
bottle of it there. And then we were like, all right, let's go to the car and get a little wasted. And then we came back, and then walking the floor after we were like pretty hammered was so much fun.
You know what? It is a lot of fun. When I was at Chicago C2E2 in 2023, um, I never would drink beer or anything at conventions. I was like, you know what? It's like our hotel was connected to the convention center, so it's like a sky bridge, so we didn't have to go anywhere. It's like, well, let's just have a beer or two, and that turned out to be more than a couple. So there, my wife's got pictures of me with Darth Vader, with the beer and all this stuff.
I gotta
It
drive
was a good
home.
time.
Like I'm good with
We had a lot
probably
of
just
fun.
one, and I don't want to have any kind of hang up or anything.
No, absolutely
Yeah,
not.
it's all good and fun until the next day when you look at the photo reel and you're kind of like, what the hell is going on here?
Oh yeah, Chris, you took a whole bunch of selfies.
Oh, I had so many like pictures with like just random people. They weren't even cosplay. It was just like somebody standing there. I'd walk up and be like, "Hey, you want to get a selfie with me?" And so the next day, I'm looking at my phone, and I'm just like, "Who the hell was this? What was this?" So
Joe K. Dathan's in his car. He didn't pay his rent this month, so
That's not true, Joe Cade. I've learned from the master. I learned this from you to hang out in the car sometimes to do the
that's
podcast.
right. Joe K. did do that. Mike
He
Hawkhurts, thanks
did.
for not going too hard on my pal Phil in your Marvel Showdown. What are you talking about? Oh, you're right. I was at. I jumped on PD7's live stream this morning. Well, he filmed it yesterday, and the Switch app is really cool because you can get alerts when someone comes online. And I've noticed like PD7
Mm-hmm.
specifically doesn't get online on his Switch very much. But about 3 o'clock yesterday, our time, like he jumped on and he was playing Marvel vs. Capcom. I'm like, all right, I gotta get on there and see if he joins me. And he hadn't set up voice chat yet, so I walked him through that. And he was having problems. I guess he does like a live stream, a gaming live stream every Saturday night, and he was having a lot of problems with the Switch. Like I don't know, he couldn't get any lobbies to work or something, and we got it working. So yeah, if you haven't seen it, I think I posted the link in my on my channel earlier. But PD7 does a video every day, so he's dedicated. But yeah, super nice guy. So every Saturday night, I'm gonna miss obviously tomorrow night. So glad I got to get a little bit in with them. Uh, yeah, okay. You guys are officially not allowed to party with me. We can still hang out and play. I just don't want to get hurt. Yeah. Well, yeah. Chris will break your heart.
Yeah.
He's a heartbreaker.
I don't do that anymore, though. It's been a long time since I've had hard alcohol. So
That's good. All right. Let's see. I got a couple things I want to go over. A new Switch. Well, I guess this is going to be on every system. Let's just talk about it. This used to be my favorite game. Oh, it's Travis. Look at the Travis. You there, sir?
Travis,
Underwater.
you there?
Just turn it. No, he's working on it. He partied too hard last night. Oh no, we'll get back.
And he's gone.
All right, but this is one of my most popular arcade one-ups I used to have. Rare console. You guys excited?
You sound like you're underwater, Ryan.
Yep, still underwater.
Still underwater. Still underwater.
Oh, now this is the Chris and Dathan show. Welcome.
Yeah, so I'm gonna talk about Golden Tee. I hate Golden Tee, and the reason why I'm not a fan of Golden Tee is because when I worked for an arcade company, I used to have to work on our Golden Tees all the time. All the time, I had to work on them in bars and all that stuff, and they had to be exactly perfect for all of the Golden Tee people that love to play the game and everything. And if the trackball was just off just a little bit, you had to fix it. And I hate Golden Tees. Not a fan.
Hey, testing.
Not
Can you hear me?
at all.
Yep. You've
Oh,
come
look
out
at
of the
this.
water.
Mic check. Testing. Hello.
Yeah,
Do you like how
you're
it
good.
says mic check? Like it's kind of. I also have. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. And thanks for watching. Good night, guys. All right. Okay. All right. Well, let's go back to Golden Tee. So Dathan's not a fan, is what I'm hearing.
No, sir. I'm not a fan of Golden Tee. So this kind of brings back this is bad memories right here, man.
But it's got shuffle shot on it, so
I like seeing this is like giving me anxiety. Like I can't. I'm not a fan of this game at all. I never have been. You used to have to move these machines, and you guys remember how big seeing these in bars and stuff?
Yeah.
How big they were? They were massive and just.
Well, my question is: are they going to release a trackball accessory for systems?
They don't need. All they need to do is have mouse support for the Switch 2. and it'd be perfect. But it's probably not. They're probably not going to do it. Yeah, Mike Hawkhurts. The console version is not likely going to work with any trackballs because Switch and PS5 currently don't support them in Core OS. The touchscreen version is basically going to be finger swish action. I'll get it on sale on Steam during a sale, maybe. I'm gonna get this Golden TPSD.
Yeah, he's not wrong. I mean,
I don't like how it's going to be another one of those games where it's releasing digitally next month, but the physical release isn't for 3 months later. I hate that. They just need to do the same day, physical, digital. Make it happen. Like, does Atari not have enough money to do that, Joe Cade? I mean, come on.
No, something tells me it's IT or it is the one that's porting this over for.
it was Silver Strike Bowling Meatball. That was the bowling one, right? Silver Strike, I'm pretty sure.
I think Incredible
That one
Technologies
was
owns
another,
it, but I think Atari is. Well, maybe it's. I don't know.
Wait, Silver Strike?
Yeah, Silver Strike should be on there, I think.
Yeah, that had that weird shaped arcade cabinet thing, didn't it? If I remember right, it was kind of weird.
Yeah, they're all weird.
I don't know.
They're all
I
weird.
could be wrong. Yeah, we can get away from the Golden Tee. This is not.
Yeah, this could be really good or really bad. If the control scheme doesn't work, no one's going to want to play it.
Well,
that's true.
I have them on MAME, so it's going to have to be a good sale to get it. Okay, yeah, if you're already paying it on for free. The professor needs inadvertent correction. It's the only thing to counter his negative association with Golden Tee.
I like Hot Shots Golf.
There's a couple
I
console.
enjoyed that.
Did you guys used to play Tiger Woods back in the day, or I guess that's still out?
Yeah, I played Tiger Woods.
Yeah,
I played Tiger Woods.
I've got PGA Tour 23 on my Switch.
Yeah, they cut out Tiger Woods after he beat his wife or whatever. They dropped him. That would be awesome though if they could add trackball for their consoles.
I don't like. What would they do for a trackball? Would they have it'd have to be a platform, or it's some little platform for it to sit on for it to go, right?
Something you put in your lap. I don't. Maybe the main console people don't have to do it, but 8-bit dough, they could do it. Or other ones.
Nintendo does have the wheel for Mario Kart World, so what if they just make a trackball?
Yeah. You can play Mario Kart World just with the trackball. Yeah, why not?
I mean, you never know, but you're right. Third party accessories, though, somebody's going to come out with something.
Mike says this has world class bowling, but no Silver Strike. So Silver Strike, I guess, was the good one. I don't remember what he was doing. I just remember he got in trouble.
Maybe he was doing both.
That's our keyboard. Chris will look it up. He probably was doing both.
Oh, Meatball Saucy says Tiger Woods ended because of the Wii. Blame Nintendo.
Oh, jeez. All right. Okay. And next.
With over 300 real college football coaches comes a massive playbook expansion.
Should be excited for this, Dathan.
New plays and over 45 formations have been installed. Brand new player archetypes and
it looks like exactly the same game to me. This is College Football 26, but apparently they're all adding a whole bunch of plays to it, like new plays, which is good.
More depth and control and pass rush. We're introducing adjustable defensive zones, for more precise
and they're
control
saying they're
over pass
introducing
with zone depth customization. Fine-tune your
zone depth
defensive strategy
customization. You're
in
going to be able
real
to,
time and
if this is going to
outsmart
work, you
opponents.
need to be able to
New
do it like
dynamic
super
subs
fast.
allow roster management without breaking from the action.
Because it's not like
Real-time wear and tear
if I
insights
know
help
like
you
you're gonna
make
like do a
informed
deep play
personnel
against me,
decisions and
like
get
I need
your
to be
starters
able to like
back
just
out
do
there
it
with one
with
button
just a
press.
couple button
Pre-order the
presses, or maybe just
MVP
one
100.
button press.
Well, they're making it more so that you have to be able to read offenses and
Yeah,
defenses now. You can't just like pick some random stuff and just go screen pass, Hail Mary, and halfback toss,
yeah,
every single, every other play. So you've got to be able to read the defenses and stuff like
yeah.
that.
It's a chess match, and you need to be able to adjust for that. So
Yeah.
Mike says he loved College Football 25. Got it for $10 in April. No need to buy a new one at full price. We'll
Yeah,
still buy Madden.
I don't know. I'm one of those guys that thinks every 5 years for one of these would be fine, because they usually don't do enough like major changes between versions to make it worth the $60 or $70 that they're charging for new ones.
I just think it's a real big shame it's not coming to Switch 2 yet. Like, how do they not make that happen? Madden is coming, but I guess Madden is the place where they bring all their core programmers work on, and this is probably the stuff that they worked on in Madden last year, is what I'm guessing. I don't know, but yeah, it seems like it should work.
Of course, then again, I'm a salty Beaver fan, so I probably won't buy another one of these until the Beavers are on the cover, which will be never.
Yeah, you might be.
You might be waiting a while.
Dead.
Oh,
Now,
look
if
who's here.
this was college baseball, I think I'd have a chance at seeing the Beavers on the cover.
No, that wouldn't sell. Travis, you there?
I think I am.
There you
There you
are.
are.
How's it going, sir?
It's hectic.
Well, we're glad
That's
you
how
made
it's
it.
going. Yeah, thanks for having me. Sorry I'm late. Sorry I did a ghost appearance there for a second.
That's
I was
okay.
Houdini. I was there for a little bit, then I was gone.
How was your
Master
week,
of
real
Escape.
quick?
It was good. I beat Expedition 33. I beat the dad in Resident Evil 7 in VR without puking. And that's pretty good. I would say that if you're going to play that in VR, it's probably, and I've got good VR legs, but it's probably best to play it on easy so that there's not quite so much like dodging, and that's where
Wow.
like the fitness can start kicking in. And I'm good with VR, but even I was kind of thinking like, this would be pretty tough because I was starting to feel it a little bit in my stomach. So, but yeah, fun.
How long did it take you to beat Expedition 33?
Well, I don't know because I fall asleep a lot. So my hours say 90 hours, but I think a good like 30 of those might have been dozed off here and there. No, I don't know. Actually, I didn't doze off very much in that game, to be honest, until the very end. I had to rewatch it, the ending scene. But no, it's a good game. I'd recommend it. Yeah, it's fun. But I think that I did everything. And it turns out that not a big spoiler, but you're not supposed to do everything before you beat the game. So I one-shotted the end boss.
Gotcha.
So yeah, don't be like me. Don't insist on solving every side quest before you're doing the final quest. Just go do the final quest. It'll be more fun, I think, and then you can go do the side quest stuff afterwards.
Meatball Saucy says he played Robotron in artificial reality this week. That sounds crazy. And Double Dragon.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I did a lot of messing around with VR and stuff, and I did just a lot of messing around with media and things like that. It was fun. It's a good week for that. But now I need a new game, and Dathan, I should jump into Doom because it's on the Xbox Game Pass. But I'm thinking though Assassin's Creed Shadows, since you kind of you you kind of gave the Doom. You couldn't wait for it to be over. So,
yeah, that's why I was telling it. It totally
Yeah.
soured me.
I'm not the only one.
I-
Chris, you guys are just blaming me. Chris said the same thing I did.
Maybe it's because I trust your opinion more. So you should look at it. You should say,
Okay.
hey, Travis singled me out as the critic to listen to. Maybe he thinks Chris likes everything. Well, no, because Chris, you said the same thing.
So
I'm one chapter away from finishing the game now.
my take on Doom was the game, it after 16, 17, 18 levels, it does get repetitive after a while. The levels get bigger. It's a lot of the same stuff. You do acquire a few new weapons here and there. But it's kind of the same thing repeatedly over and over.
What's going to end up happening is for laptop gaming time, so bedtime gaming time, that's going to be like that'll probably be more Assassin's Creed, more semi-actiony, right? And for big screen TV time, that's when I'll play Doom. I'll probably end up splitting time between the two. But I don't know. We'll see. I still have to beat. There are multiple endings to Expedition 33. So I could go back and get the second ending. That being said, it's just a matter of loading a restore point. The game kind of makes that easy for you if you want to see what's up. So, but now I got to pick a new game.
Well, we were just talking about College Football 26. Does this do anything for you, maybe, or probably not?
Well, I'm not totally sour on that. Well, hey, now I got a PlayStation, right? But the college football they put out on PC last year, right? It was Madden that I was missing out on.
Did they put this on PC?
I thought they did, but maybe I'm wrong.
I didn't. I thought they did not put it on PC.
Then that would explain why it for sure was out last year. But now I got a whole system that if I can kick my kid off from playing Astrobot, then I could play some college football or NFL. I probably would get the Madden over this because typically, if I remember right, Madden's engine tends to get the updates, and NCAA.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Here's Madden, right?
That's why I was like, why isn't there Madden is coming to Nintendo Switch 2, but this is not. This doesn't make sense. So like that's why I was thinking like they got their top programmers on Madden.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense because all you'd have to do is port it over.
And not only that, this game made buku bucks for EA Sports last year.
Yeah, right, because it was the reintroduction of it.
Right. So they're probably going to see a dip off, but I think still a lot of people got hooked.
Yeah, I could see that. I don't know. Yeah, I've got the console that can play the console exclusives. Actually, I guess I have one for sports console exclusives because everything else comes to PC, and then I've got the Nintendo though for. Nintendo does do legit console exclusives still to this day. So
yeah,
I have that.
Speaking of console exclusives, let's see here.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Donkey Kong Bonanza. I wanted to touch on this. So there was a Nintendo Direct this week. They announced the girl back there. What's her name, Chris?
Pauline.
I guess she was in the original Donkey Kong. Is that right?
Yep, she's the lady that's up on the platform that Mario has to say.
She's the damsel in distress.
This is the girl you're trying to rescue?
Yeah.
I thought it was Princess Peach.
Nope. Princess Peach was introduced in the original Super Mario Brothers, not Donkey Kong.
What's that?
So Mario can't just find a date the normal way?
No. Well, this is she fell in love with her captor. Like, isn't there like some kind of like it's like a sick?
She fell in love with Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
This isn't. Well, that's like if you go back and if you read the instruction manual for the original Super Mario Brothers, it's not Mario saving the kingdom. He has to save Princess Peach because she's the only one who has the magical powers to actually beat Bowser. So
but you do
Mario does all the work to get to her so she can actually save the kingdom. But otherwise, he's kind of a useless plumber.
This is stupid though. So she's got the ultimate power to defeat Bowser, yet she's being held captive by him. So some plumber can come jump on some stuff to knock him into lava.
Yeah,
Right. Exactly.
Isn't that how the game?
Yeah.
And she's also the mayor of New Donk City. Yeah, so she's an evil politician too.
Wow, you should just leave her there. Turn around. No, that's crazy. Okay, I didn't know that. I actually thought that was always the same damsel in distress that Mario was going after. That's interesting that they changed it, to be honest.
Well, so it's
also interesting that there's plot to any of it, but yeah.
Well, that was the funny thing with this direct. If you read a lot of the comments, people are like, this completely ruins the continuity in Mario Brothers.
What?
And it's like, what continuity? What are you talking about?
Now, Eric has always told me that Zelda games are exactly the same thing over and over and over again. Like every Zelda is the same story, the same thing over and over and over again.
I would say to an extent. I think
to an extent,
the Breath of the Wild kind of games are a little different.
Okay.
Like, I don't know, Tears of the Kingdom. There's a lot of stuff going on
in that one. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
No, that's interesting. Yeah.
But this game, like you bring up Astrobot, like I feel like there's some Astrobot vibes in it, and then also the last Super Mario 3D game, like it feels like that to me.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
and I see a little Tears of the Kingdom when you're going through like the levels and stuff. Like,
well, this is being developed by the Mario team, so the same people who made Super Mario Odyssey are the ones developing this one.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean they're gonna make the same game. Or
no, but you can see a lot of their DNA.
What was that game that the Pokemon company was just making, and then they're making a brand new game, and it looks completely different than what they normally did, right? You're just talking about it
because it doesn't Incarnation. Look like
yeah. Is it Stockholm syndrome?
Yeah.
Falling in love with your captor.
Yeah.
I think we all have that with your soundboard.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dathan, are you getting this? You got the Switch now. Now you need a game.
You know, I think I might. This actually does look pretty good, but I hope that I feel like they gave away quite a bit in the trailer there in that direct. There was quite a bit of gameplay that was in there. But it looks good. It looks fun. I hope it's a lengthy game, 15 to 18 hours. But yeah,
is that
I'll probably
for those Nintendo platformers? Like, because I was actually that about Astrobot.
Mm-hmm.
What is the average runtime that somebody expects on like just a platformer game? Like, is it 6 hours, 8 hours, 15?
Yeah, I think it depends on completionists, depending on how much you want to do. Because you can breeze through Astrobot pretty quick if you don't get every everything. If you just kind of get the
if
bare
you want to
minimum
get the
go
platinum
through
trophy, you gotta go play the hard levels.
Yeah,
and that's where it gets more interesting to me.
Or the levels optional, because I'm just watching my daughter play it here and there. I only played it for like 20 minutes, and I went one level to the next, like one area to the next area. So within those areas, I think they're like little galaxies, right? Are those some of the that my kids going into? Are they optional areas?
Yeah, there's one of the galaxies is a completely like hard galaxy, like all their challenge levels.
Okay.
And it's
some of those you can skip that you don't have to do to actually complete.
I'll have to
the
tell
game.
her in case she gets stuck, because
and then if you
this
want
is her
all,
first go round,
you collect all the bots.
Yeah.
And if you want some of the special bots, they're in the harder levels.
What I will say about that game, again, I've only played it for like 20, 30 minutes or so, is it's interesting. And, Donkey, this kind of harkens to this a little bit too. So my oldest daughter never played, really only played Mario Kart. That's it. Right. And then just here and there, just tiny little bits of like mobile games and things like that. But Astrobot, she's up all night playing it. Like that one's got its hooks into her. So for a kid, really seem, to care about video games at all. It's funny that she's like, "Hey, Dad, can I play Astrobot?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And then I check it like 2 a.m, and she's still up down there playing it, right? So it does something right for sure.
Yeah, my daughter saw this game, Donkey
Mhm.
Kong, and she's like, "Is that gonna be my game? My
Yeah.
game, Daddy? My game, Daddy?" And like, well, we'll all play it. And she turns to me again, like, "My game, my game," like that. She
She
really
wants the
wants.
ownership of it.
Yeah,
Wants to be
yeah.
able to boot people off the console to play her game.
Mike says this is potentially a prequel to the original Donkey Kong, leading to a major Mario / Pauline heel. DK was the good guy all along.
Oh.
Oh, so maybe Mario's the bad guy.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
Well, I mean, if she's got Stockholm syndrome, then why did she need rescuing?
Exactly.
Like, if she did fall in love with the captor, is it just because she's like, up and everybody's worried that she's going to fall down from the top of the little scaffolding?
Well, and we see the other problem is with Donkey Kong. Cranky Kong is always the older version of Donkey Kong.
Cranky Kong?
Yeah, Cranky Kong. So in the original Donkey Kong Country, Cranky Kong was the Donkey Kong from the Donkey Kong games.
That's what your wife calls you after you come home from the movie theater.
Cranky Kong. What? So this is like Scooby Doo, Scrappy Doo sort of stuff. That's what Vincent.
Yeah. But I mean, to your point about Astrobot and your daughter, it seems like as far as platformers go in general, a lot of the younger kids, that's where they tend to start out. That's where they gravitate towards.
Is Astrobot or towards platformers?
Platformers in general.
Well, she's older. She's going to college. This is her last summer home.
Well, better late than never.
Yeah. No, I know. I just thought it was weird because, like I said, once you're at that age, it just seems to me like either this is your thing or it's not. But I brought home the PS5, and that game, I bought it off the App Store, and she immediately was like, because I got it for her to play Resident Evil, and then that freaked her out too much. And so then she's like, what's that Astrobot game about? And then I let her play it, or she just played it. And then it was like, you won't go to bed. You're playing this game for hours. That's crazy.
Wait, so was she playing Resident Evil in VR or just regular?
No, just regular. She's too chicken to try it in VR.
She doesn't want her heart rate to spike to 220.
I told her about you, and she was like, she's going into nursing, so she was like, that's crazy that the body can do that. She's like, his adrenaline just must be dumping, the minute that he puts it on. I'm like, hey, you want to try it? She's like, nah, it's okay. But she did. Then I brought home a jar of Dave's Total Insanity sauce, and she was the first one to take a big old dime size of it on a tortilla chip and try it. So she's not afraid of going through a bit of it, but something about that game freaks her out. It was funny because she was in normal mode. She goes and the dad's trying to get her, right? You remember that part, Chris? And so she goes and she finds a closet and she stands there. And I'm like, okay, 5 minutes go by. She's still in the closet. I'm like, you have to go out. And she's like, I don't want to. I'm like, you have to go find the stuff, right? And she's,
that part.
He's going to get me. He's going to get me if I come out of the closet.
And he's walking around and I hear it over the speakers. And I hear him say, like, I can smell you. And I'm like, Elena, they have like a 5 minute, they have a timer. And if you just camp, then pretty soon the AI will just send it on you, right? She's like, okay. Just started running around yelling, like in real life yelling. I was like, so you want to throw on the VR headset now? And she's like, no, not now. She's like, I think I'm going to play Astrobot for a bit. Yeah.
You should have her play Don't Scream.
Is that? Oh, yeah. I think I heard about that, right?
That's the one.
The microphone that can tell.
It's the microphone, and you have to keep moving. Otherwise, the time stops. And you just have to play for 18 minutes to finish it. So you can't scream at all. And you have to be like really, really quiet.
Yeah.
And I think I've actually got a video of me playing it on my channel where it took me like 36 minutes to beat it because there was a deer that ran across and I just made like a little noise, but it was loud enough that my mic picked it up and it's like, oh, you screamed. Start over.
So is it on PS? Is it on the PlayStation Store?
I don't know if it's on the PlayStation Store.
I was playing it on his computer.
Yeah.
It's on Steam. I know that.
Okay.
Anyway, so we're running late on time. So
Yeah, sorry.
I want to make this like just an hour stream tonight, Travis.
Oh, go for it.
Real quick, because I'm gonna try to get some sleep. I want to talk about Mondo real quick because I got him in the thumbnail. They finally put up the real Ghostbusters Winston, and I don't know if Chris, if you got your Mumra, but he is not available for sale anymore. He went off sale this
Nope,
morning.
I didn't get him.
You didn't get him,
I missed out.
but this guy, if you get the 2-pack, it's $200, but he doesn't go off sale for another 30 days. So we have a little more time to get him. I think it looks really good. Dathan? No?
No. $202. No.
How do you get the
I'm passing on that
Ghostbusters
one.
belt? Who got that?
$202.
Yeah.
Jeez. It's a six and it's 6
Yeah,
for
and
two and a half,
figure.
for $200, you
Oh,
could get an actual
man.
backpack that the Ghostbusters wore.
God.
It looks really good though.
Jeez. $200.
Well, how much
man.
did you pay on autographs and stuff today?
A lot more than that, but I feel like I got more than the 6-inch figure out of it. So, jeez.
I would argue.
Some Ghostbusters girls here. I forgot what her name is. She was here.
it
She had a
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
big line.
McKenna
I forgot what
Grace.
her name was.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
that's what it was.
get a picture with her.
You're heading over there?
Yeah, so I'm going
Tomorrow?
over there tomorrow morning.
That's why you need to sleep.
Exactly.
Yeah, good, man. Have fun. Have a safe trip. It's all the way up in Seattle, right?
It's in how do you say it, Dathan?
Puyallup.
Puyallup.
Puyallup. Yeah.
Puyallup.
Okay.
Puyallup. I just say Tacoma because it's just like
Oh,
5
is it
miles
that
from
close?
Tacoma.
To Tacoma. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just east.
Well, cool. Yeah, we'll get lots of autographs tomorrow.
Yeah, Dathan, how many autographs have you gotten already? Sounds like you got quite a few.
9.
Did you
I think it's
complete
9
the
today?
X-Men glove, right? Is what you're trying to complete? Was it a glove?
I
Nice.
did get there's still 2 more that I one of the ladies that I thought was going to be here, but she's not. The lady that voices Jean Grey, she's not here. I thought she was. But and the lady that voices Storm, she was not here either. So I think I got what I get. I've got 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 of the 13 on the record. So I just got 2 more, and then that'll be done.
That's pretty awesome, though. You got to think the remaining 2, you'll get them at another con eventually.
Yeah. Most of the people that I was talking to, they said that they usually go to the conventions. It's just they were kind of shocked they didn't appear at this specific one.
They don't like.
They
don't like money.
Pretty lucky so far.
Or maybe they couldn't say the name of the city.
Yeah.
I mean, that's entirely possible.
Yeah, I feel like I want to go around and ask people, like, do you know how to pronounce this city? Like, and I feel like I'm pretty good. We're pretty good in the Northwest with Indian names, but that is one of the weirder ones, or more difficult.
It's like Benedict Cumberbatch and saying penguins. He can't say penguins.
They need to have him come out and do autographs and stuff. I guess he's too big of a star.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't do a lot of the Marvel people. They don't do stuff like this anymore.
Just to.
I can't remember. I can't remember the last big Marvel guest that I saw. Yeah, it's probably Chris Evans 2 years ago.
Man, why do you think that they dodge it? Just because of illness or whatever? Because you'd think that their line would be huge, and if they're just ratting you through it, right?
Oh, it is.
That's
I know.
Big payday.
I think Chris Evans. I heard makes just to show up makes. I think $750,000.
See, that's what I mean.
Just to show up
for 3 days of work. Criminy, that's got to be better than filming a movie.
Yeah. And that's just showing up. That's not like autograph money too. Just to
be in the building,
make an appearance.
Yeah. So it's just
Yeah.
odd that they wouldn't actually cash in on that.
So you said, do you think all the people
Yeah.
here, they give them a payday just to get them in the door?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then
Yeah, some more than others. I think they obviously, you know, like the Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio are going to have a higher payday than an anime guest who is not super well known. Well, you know, to me or to us, maybe. I don't. There's some anime that I've never even heard of people that are here. They're probably not going to bring in the same amount of people that, you know, those top guests that I just mentioned that would be.
I mean, that's how it works. Every couple years, you hear people find the list of musicians and how much it would cost to. I could hire so and so for $75,000 to play my party, and it's like, no, that's what it costs to just start negotiating with, like, how many people are you going to draw and how much can your venue support and how, you know, like that sort of stuff, right? So yeah, just the initial payday. And then on top of that, it's like, okay, so how much merch is going to be sold? And so I'm guessing in the form of these people, it's like, how much throughput can you guarantee for the autograph line, right?
Yeah, a lot of it's just straight ticket sales for the convention itself. So can this guest sell set amount of tickets to justify, you know, spending the money to bring them in?
But yeah, that is odd though, that, like, because I think if you were an actor and it was like, you know, like you said, $250,000 for 3 days or 2 days of work, I would think that aside from worrying about the illness or whatever, just from all the hands that you shake and all that stuff, you'd think that'd be easier than filming a movie.
Well, so I just came across an article where they claim, based on information from Marvel actors, as part of their contract is the only time they can show up to these conventions is if they are promoting a movie, and it has to be the larger conventions. So like San Diego Comic Con had the cast from Fantastic Four show up last year for that one. And there's rumors that Tom Holland, John Bernthal, and some of the other guys will be there for San Diego this year to promote the next Spider-Man movie. So
yeah, San Diego Comic-Con should be coming up pretty quick here. Sure.
Yeah, it's the middle or second to last week.
We'll have to cover the announcements when that happens. It's almost an hour. Thank you guys for jumping on and or making this kind of a quick show. I appreciate you. It should be fun time. I need to get some sleep, and Dathan needs to get some sleep. And Chris is dealing with his relatives. He needs to get back to, apparently. Yeah. So that's all I got. I'm gonna take some video tomorrow. So where is it? It's over here somewhere. But I need to get organized. So yeah, we'll get ready, and thank you everyone.
I'll post a bunch of pictures on Discord. We're Discord, so sign up on the Discord up here. You can see all the fun stuff. Probably after tomorrow or tomorrow night I will.
Yeah,
I'll
sweet.
Put some stuff on there.
All right, cool.
Under the general tab.
Normally Fathawig, but I don't even know how to say that name. We would stay on, but yeah, if people got to get going. They got to get going.
Yeah.
Our bad.
Yeah, normally we go at least 2 hours now, but yeah.
Yeah. Next time we'll keep you company at work.
Exactly. All right, guys. Thanks so much. Yeah. Peace out, and you'll see a video from me hopefully soon. So keep an eye on this channel, and Chris doing more movie stuff. So
I posted my reviews for Elio and 28 Years Later. So if you guys want to check those out,
yeah, go check that out on his channel.
Nice.
So, all right, guys. Thanks so much.
Have a good week.
Peace out. Good night.
Yep. Good night.